Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, to the League of Inappropriate Gentlemen and Very Important Women. All right, you know who I am. I got my man, Al, next to me on the other side. I hope you guys have had a beautiful and blessed holidays. We live and back at you. I wanted to talk to Al and you guys about something that was near and dear and important to me. Anybody remember MTV? Just found out that MTV, after 40 years, is no longer playing music videos. Al, what do you think?
The end of an era, man. That's not good. It's been a long living thing for a long time. It's a big entity in itself, and it was a big part of a lot of childhoods, man. A lot of good times.
You remember where you were the first time you watched MTV?
I was born in '87.
So I'm just saying.
No, I was born in '87, and I remember in '89 or so they had like TV shows. They had Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They had that out. I mean, you can't.
Well,
I mean, the music. Come on, man, the music, bro.
I got an interesting story for you guys. So I was about 12, 13 years old. We got cable. We actually got cable the day that MTV premiered. Mm-hmm. And me and this guy, my friend Anthony and my friend Bobby, and I think Gary might have been with us too. We decided that we were going to skip school and stay at my house and watch MTV when it came out. I don't know how it happened. We watched it. I'll never forget. Like we were sitting there, and you know how they had the touch screen, and then we heard the dun 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 dun. And the thing, and we, video killed the radio star. Yeah. I think maybe 10, 15 minutes later, my mom busted in the house and called us skipping school. We all got our ass whooped. That was my first memory of MTV.
I heard about that. I heard about that skipping for the premiere.
I stayed home for that one, and I paid the cost. Too. Yeah. Oh man.
It was a thing for kids to do that.
Well, there was this thing called. There was videos back then, but there was this thing called the box, and you would call in, and for 99 cents they'd play your video and flash your name. Such and such paid 99 cents to hear.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the box. You guys, motherfucker, look it up. It was called the box, and you would listen, because other than that, you had like particular shows, but they weren't video shows. Right. So they had like a midnight special. That was one show. Then Wolfman Jack had, it was a whole, you had where you could see your bands. Yeah. But MTV was the one who brought the videos live to your doorstep. And I'll never forget, and we all enjoyed MTV until we found out they wouldn't play black videos. I remember Mike was the first one that they ever played, as far as a black person. Mike was the first one. I think maybe Billie Jean might have been the one. You understand? The first one to break through. But if you were a kid like me with classic rock radio programming back then, you loved it for the Pat Benetars, the AC/DCs.
Oh man, the Metallicas.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Duran Durans, the Cyndi Laupers.
Duran, yeah.
It was a huge part of a lot of our lives. So you had Yo MTV Raps. You had the Headbangers Ball.
Oh, the Headbangers Ball. I used to love that. Watching that as a kid, man.
Yeah, you had 120 Minutes, which was the alternative, programming.
Heavy hitters, though, man. Dancing, you got
Beavis and Butthead, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Those kind of the shows, yeah. I know you watched Daria a little bit.
Yeah, Daria.
Like you had. I just never.
Daria was a good dry.
It was there, but I just didn't watch it. Beavis and Butthead.
I'm still in love with the old girl who did the voice to that too. I forgot her name, but she was in The Mystery Man.
Jenny Garofalo.
Yeah, I still love her. I still love her. I still love her to death.
I've been meaning to get back to that movie.
Hey, Jeannie, I still love you. You're still one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah.
Or actors. You're not supposed to do the differential. Yeah, actors. You're still one of my favorite actors. But yeah, so MTV brought us so much. Not to mention all the cool, incredible I love saying this, VJs they had, which was video disc jockeys. You had Nina, you had Tabitha, you had Mark, you had Randy, you know,
Kurt Loder.
Downtown Julie Brown. Yep, Kurt Loder. You had so many
Yeah,
people that came from that
era.
era. You know what I mean? Like it
You
was.
saw it in its earlier stages. You know, that has to be the funnest.
Listen,
coolest thing about people like your age. Like
I remember, just like ESPN, it didn't have any commercials and it ran 24 hours music videos. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than their own little programming, no commercials.
I do remember
24 hour music.
Yeah, I do vividly remember in the 90s.
Like,
you know.
if you're a kid, well, you're not a kid, I'm not a kid anymore, but if you're a person of my age, there were certain little milestones or impacts that, you know, you remember. I remember the 80s for being almost terrible in a lot of music. I remember the fashion sucked.
You've always said that shit to me.
I remember you finally got The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I remember you got MTV.
It's still going too.
You know what I mean? So like a lot of shit that took place in the 80s is still actually current now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they brought back Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And they're doing King of the Hill.
Yeah. So I was kind of hurt, you know, to find out that they weren't actually doing music videos no more. Although I haven't watched MTV in about maybe 15, 20 years.
Yeah, it's definitely a culture shock. You know?
Yeah, but you know, I like I said, it was a part of our childhood that, you know, you cannot, if you're even his age, you can't say you didn't watch MTV, TRL, something. You know what I mean? 16 rules. And pregnant, Road Rules, Jackass. You know what I mean? You can't tell me. I can't even tell you. I probably watched just about all of the Unplugs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You had the Alice in Chains, the Pearl Jam, the Nirvana. What else? Do you have? There was quite a few people that did Unplug. I think, didn't Tori Amos do one?
I think so.
Still in love with you too, Tori. Even though you're kind of a mean lady, I still love you.
Is you really?
I don't know, man. I just love her anyway. I don't give a damn. She beat me. Tori is my girl. I'm just saying that era of music was at best.
Don't forget about Guns N' Roses.
But see, you're talking late 80s.
No, yeah.
You're talking late 80s. But the early 80s, yeah, the shit kind of sucked. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was part of the problem. I had a pair of parachute pants my goddamn self. You know,
I kind of figured you would.
You know, when I had hair, I had a jerry curl, so.
That also tracks.
Yeah, you know, all 80s
That's
shit.
awesome, though.
TCB.
That was it, though. That was the culture. That was the hairstyles. The hairstyles were
white girls had big
wild.
hair back then, like Peggy Bundy. They had big hair back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they had big hair back then. There was a lot of mousse and styling shit being used back then. Okay, trust me when I tell you this. I enjoyed the '90s way more than I did the '80s for sure. But MTV was a highlight of the '80s.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I'm sorry. It defined a generation, like you said, with the Guns N' Roses, the Metallicas. Let's not forget U2, REM. REM was big. Thanks to a lot of people wouldn't have heard of REM had it not been for MTV. There's quite a few other groups.
Helmet.
Also, Helmet. But once again, this was a way to get music out that you wouldn't normally otherwise get to hear on the radio, because radio had programming. And although TV has programming, MTV at the time was so uncultured as far as cable music, they could kind of get away with just about anything because no one knew. It wasn't supposed to succeed, and when it did, everyone, goddamn it, that thought it was going to be a failure, tried to get in and grab at it, and that was eventually its downfall. Viacom just went for a straight cash grab after the 10-year mark. That's to me what happened to MTV.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful thing when it first came out. Oh my God.
Yeah,
to be able to just come home and just watch your favorite video or listen to your favorite music, you know what I mean, with no commercials.
Yeah.
That was the crazy.
I remember how great it was, man.
It was awesome, bro. It was
a good time to be alive.
I mean, if you guys are, please get in our comment section and let us know, man, what was your greatest, like I said, my fondest memory is getting my ass whooped skipping school to watch the premiere. You know, Video Killed the Radio starring got me an ass whooping too. So, but That's one of my fondest memories. Yo MTV Raps, Headbangers Ball, Beavis and Butthead. I still to this day watch Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, dude, I can't forget about
it. You know what I mean?
That was the one that I forgot. That was a big one for me. It was always the biggest. And yeah, we had the games too.
Yeah.
Like, those games are fucking gnarly, man.
Like, yeah, hey, but
yeah, they were fun though. You can create your own little character in there for a little bit.
but that's one thing you had to give MTV. Those first 10 to 13, maybe 15 years, there was some really good fucking programming on MTV, man.
It really was, man.
You know, if you were a music fan, you loved MTV because, like I said, you once they got their shit together after that third or fourth year and just gave in and just was like, man, we're all in with the music.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. It was a sight to behold. You know, there was nothing like it on TV at that time. It was groundbreaking, you know. I loved MTV. But come on, think about it. You got Jackass from MTV.
Jackass. Can't forget about Jackass.
You know, you got The Real World from MTV, man. And that was a controversial show. Remember when old boy spit on old girl at the end of was it season 1?
I heard about that.
Yeah, man, that was like a crazy show. Like the MTV was the originators of reality TV. No, hands down, they were the originators. So yeah,
and everybody else has follows, you know.
Yeah, but you had to give them credit. Like those first 10 to 15 years, they were really on to something. I kind of fell out with them once they got rid of the Yo MTV Raps and the Headbangers Brawl, and then they tried to bring the shit back, and it just wasn't quite the same. And then Sweet 16 and Pregnant at 16 kind of drove me away from that.
I think after the 2000s.
Yeah, I kind of stopped fucking with them.
I think it was after the 2000s. I mean, there's the shows.
I might have made
there's
it up
the thing, there was things on there that I watched, but it wasn't in abundance like it usually was. You know?
Yeah, man. MTV was, like I said, it had its dawn, it had its golden age, and then it had its fizzle.
Yeah.
You know? But
and
after 40 years, hey, I was going to say, I'd take a 40-year fizzle. You understand? Like, a lot of shows don't make it that long on anything, whether it be cable or anything. Now, unless you Tubi, then you put anything on that motherfucker.
Right.
But
that shit works.
The Tubi is fucking horrible, man. I'm sorry.
I was trying to watch. What was I trying to watch? I think I was trying to watch Christmas Vacation. I was trying to watch something.
Fuck Tubi.
I forgot what it was.
But let's get back before we get back.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like, so you had to, I mean, it was a big part of Generation X's life, and I'm a Generation Xer. So I'm not going to lie to you. It was a huge, I would have never, I don't know if Rap City The Basement was before Yo MTV Raps or after MTV Raps. But I remember distinctly seeing NWA on Yo MTV Raps first. Now, I don't know which show was first, but I remember the first time that I was introduced to NWA was in Yo MTV Raps, which was a huge fucking thing for me. I didn't know you could say shit like that and get away with shit like that. So,
oh yeah,
it like I said, it changed my entire life.
Yeah,
I remember even being in college, still watching MTV, and I was only in college 1 year, but it was a great 1 year, y'all. I learned a lot.
I heard a lot of people say a lot of shit on the.
I learned a lot.
On the tape.
I learned a lot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Educate you a little bit.
Yeah. So, man, I'm gonna definitely not miss it because I haven't watched it in 20 years. But I'm definitely gonna MTV.
Oh,
but I'm definitely sad to see it go. I mean, like I said, it introduced us to so many wonderful bands, so many wonderful different people we got to meet. I definitely gotta fucking change that thing. But it was just a huge part of our lives. Like I said, it's like if you were my age and you remember going to the Star Wars premiere, it was that big.
Yeah.
It was that big.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
It was that
big.
kind
of blew my mind about it. We actually went to the premiere.
Yeah, it was that big.
That's a pretty cool thing to do.
Thank you, Aunt Rose. She took me. I didn't go to school that day. She took me to the movies. Took me to breakfast. Oh. Went to IHOP, and then we went to the Times Theater. You know, got a good seat. We sat up in the balcony. It's beautiful. She gave me all the popcorn and juju fruits I could eat. Went home with a stomach ache. Goddamn it, I ate so much. But yeah, MTV was a big, huge part of my life. Musically,
I get hit a lot. for a lot, in a lot of different ways.
As you can see from the music on the wall, like, I'm a huge music fan. I'm kind of all over the map with the music, but MTV was definitely something that, goddamn it, I grew up with and changed my life. Now, 40 years, man, MTV, salute. Man, this is how you know it's the end of an era, when I salute something and be like, man,
that's a big dynasty, man.
Yeah. I mean, and you just, like I said,
it's a big feat, man. But
we're not even sitting here talking about the shows MTV spawned off of.
Yeah.
So you had MTV, you had VH1,
yeah,
you had MTV2. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. You know what I mean?
I remember when those came on.
Yeah. So it spawned a huge revolution when it came to how people got their music and how they saw their music. MTV changed the game.
Yep.
So, man, so sad to hear they no longer do music videos, but me and Al thought we'd get on here and talk about some of that with you guys, man. What's your fondest memory of MTV? Are you going to miss it? Did you even watch it? Do you even care? I care, because like I said, it's a huge part of my childhood. What about you?
My favorite? Mine was Jackass. I think it was always Jackass.
Hey, man,
I had to think about it for a second.
That's a huge show. Like,
it's kind of, yeah.
Think about it. That went from being a show that only people on MTV watch to like a global phenomenon.
It blew up.
They blew up. So Jackass
forever. The last one that they did.
Jackass, and for me, like I said, it would definitely have to be stay home, watch it.
And it was the music. Above all, it was all the music.
That'll be one thing in my life that I'll never forget. You know, I remember sitting there, all of us, and just watching that rocket take off, and then that guy sit and plant that flag in the moon, and we were like, we were witnessing history. As far as we know, we were witnessing history. The first 24/7 all music channel, MTV.
Oh, hey, remember Beavis and Butthead? They would play their videos. So then you get your little daily dose of music. Pantera, Alice in Chains, Alice Cooper. I mean, come on. They broadcast all the music on there. Korn. I mean, they did every. Rob Zombie was a big one.
Yeah, like I said, MTV made a lot of fucking bands.
It was a time, man.
Yeah. It's just like I said, and not to mention the VJs that they had. They went on to be huge in there. I mean, and they were already good. Like I said, I think Kurt and Tabitha were already working for like Rolling Stone when they took those jobs. So they were already, you know what I mean? So they were already heavy hitters. I think Downtown Julie Brown was already like big as far as NCM parties and shit like that.
Like
you know what I'm saying? So they were already known, but you know, they got their blow up as far as visually knowing who they were from MTV. MTV got a lot of people up off the ground and gave them a platform and a career that they might
hit the ground running, dude.
Because there was no hard rock like radio back then. There was no metal radio. You had to either buy that cassette or album to get your metal if that was the only way you could get it.
You had to
Same thing with hip hop.
You had to tune in.
They couldn't even tune in before then.
No,
the only way you could do it is if you did, like I said, the box was the only other way.
Oh, the box! I forgot about the box. Yeah, you're right.
But other than that, you didn't have any way unless you bought the physical album or cassette. You understand? That was the only way you could hear heavy metal back then. You know, you had to have someone who knew, because a lot of radio stations did not play that shit. They weren't playing the Slayers and the Panteras and the Metallicas. They just weren't. Yeah. So MTV gave a lot of those guys a platform to get their shit off. And like I said, it made the career of so many people, not just from music, but from acting to comedy to just as journalists. So hats off, salute, man. Crazy that MTV, just an addendum. Man, we didn't even think about, what was that, Grand Theft Auto you were talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what songs was that?
Oh, because we were talking about, you know, the Headbangers Ball and how, you know, they got their big star and stuff like that. Hammer was in there, of course, and they had San Andreas.
Yeah.
That was in 2004.
Which one was the Video Killed the Radio star?
That was Vice City.
That was Vice City?
Yeah, that was GTA Vice City. That was in 2000. That was a couple years earlier.
You understand? So
even that was a good game. Those are good games, and that's good.
So even some of the stuff you hear in some of your video games, had it not MTV, you would have not possibly even heard of those bands. Like MTV broke ground
Yeah.
when it came to a lot of bands. And then those bands, music was, like I said, so phenomenal that even in most cases, they call it dad rock, but there's a lot of dad rock still out there. Yeah, they call it dad rock.
No, I know. I'm just like,
that's just fucked up.
That's funny you brought that up.
Yeah.
Bro, now they're having My Chemical Romance is up there.
This is a dad rock
band.
And I never thought we'd be saying that about My Chemical Romance.
Why? Why dad rock?
I don't know how it got its name.
Man.
I don't know how it got its name, but when I first heard it, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of offended. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck do you mean dad rock?
Come on, man.
And they were like, no, it's not a bad thing. You know, this is just the rock and roll music your dad would listen to. And then my question was, so what the fuck are you guys listening to? You know? And I couldn't get a response out of that, so. But yeah, you know, no, it's fine. Man, like I said, she can cut in that. But yeah, you know, we just wanted to get back, and that's crazy. Like, GTA featured a lot of the same music that MTV broke ground on. And it's crazy that you say that, because that is another, to me, like, Generation X game.
2002 and then 2000.
No, I'm just not saying when it came out. The premise of the game and the urgenness of the game, to me, still is part of whoever made that was my age when they, for real. And if they were my age, that would make them Generation X. So.
Yeah.
You understand? And you got to remember, a lot of these young tech kids were from Generation X. So it was just.
That's true.
It's the end of an era. I mean, nothing lasts forever, but kind of sad to see MTV not playing music videos anymore. Yeah. But like Al said, man, it'll live on through games, and you know, there'll never be a time where I don't either turn my head or look back when I hear dun 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 dun. You know, it'll never be. Like I said, for me, it'll always that song will always be a part of my life. Just that
echo in your head for yeah.
So incredible, man. That we got to witness it.
Yeah,
and we got to see it, you know, go away. But
in our own time frames, we got to see it.
Yeah, So
it was a crazy time, man. It was a wild time, man.
Crazy. So salute to MTV, man. End of an era. Hey, you know, the LIG podcast, the League of Important Women and Very Inappropriate Men, we're going to miss you. So to all the MTV fans, man, please get in the comment section. Tell us what you guys are going to miss about MTV, or what you nostalgic about when it comes to MTV. Like I said, for me, it was the premiere. For that brother,
man, it was the music, man.
It's the music, man. He's a big fan of the Jackass also. So. And, you know, oh, shit, we didn't even talk about Tom Green.
Oh, the Tom Green show.
We didn't even talk about the Tom Green show. You know?
I watched a little bit, but I didn't watch a lot of it.
And he was fucking stupid.
Freddie got fingered, man. Come on.
You understand? So
that fucking movie.
So come on.
Anyway, yeah, Tom Green show, yeah.
Yeah, like MTV brought us a lot of entertainment through the years, man. Gonna miss you. Yeah, y'all know what it is and when it is and where it is. Culture Sack where the culture at. Me and Al be back, you know, fucking with y'all again. You know how the league do. We wanted to get out there and let y'all know that we appreciate you. We got 183 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you to Tom Grossy for the raid, man, to help us pick us up a little bit. We appreciate you, my brother. Y'all get out there, like, subscribe, share.
Share with your friends, man. Share with everybody, share with your coworkers, everybody you know in your life, everybody in your contact list. Hey, let them know.
We have grown man conversations, man. Yeah. Grown women conversations. This is just one we wanted to get out because, man, like I said, it's a huge part of my life. I'm not going to deny it. MTV was a huge part of my life. And kind of sad to see it go, man. It's kind of sad to see it go. There's still an MTV. They just don't do music videos no more. And that, to me, is the end of an era.
Hey, at least you can stream it, man.
Yeah.
Relive the memories, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said.
Headbangers Ball and everything you want.
Yeah. So get in there. Was it Celebrity Deathmatch? Was it Jackass? Was it the music videos? Tell us what you like most about MTV, man. What's your fondest memory of MTV? And don't forget, Get out there and tell somebody you love them. Give someone a hug. It never hurts to goddamn spread a little bit of love. We gonna catch y'all on the flip side right now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't forget, Al's got a comment section. Get in there. He's also got some shows coming up, man. Al Speaks to You, and it's coming on live and direct, man. Y'all should check him out. Funny brother. Good takes. Huh? Maybe? No?
Maybe.
Man. All right. All right, y'all, man.